I'm Hannah Volkert, and I'm a Salesforce consultant at Cavallero, and today we're going to be walking through consumption-based products utilizing the product configurator flow in revenue lifecycle management. So how can we do this? Consumption-based products are not accounted for in the current release of RLM, but are set to come out in the Winter 25 release of Revenue Cloud. So today we're really going to be showcasing the capability of the product configurator flow. And by utilizing the product configurator flow, we can define quote line consumption rates to determine how usage will be billed to the customer. So we're going to follow just a few steps to accomplish this goal. First, you want to set up a usage product. Next, you're going to want to define the consumption schedule and the rates. Next, you're going to want to create a custom version of the product configurator flow that includes an editable data table for you to customize your rates on the quote. Next, you're going to want to assign that custom version of the flow to the usage product created in the first step, and then you are set to configure your quote. Now, let's head over to Salesforce to walk through this. I do want to note a couple prerequisites before we go through this walkthrough. The first is going to be having access to revenue lifecycle management and already having it configured, and the second is going to be having Salesforce billing installed and configured in your instance, because we are utilizing the Salesforce billing capabilities of usage and tying that with the revenue lifecycle management functionality. So with that being said, we're here on a product record, and it is just a simple product record in RLM. Nothing is currently definable about it being a usage product. Until we go to related, I did set up a product selling model option of term defined as well as a list price of 0 because we are going to be relying on the consumption rates. We do have the product consumption schedule here. This is part of that Salesforce billing package functionality. If I click into here, it's just a basic consumption schedule for us to use, and it has 2 tiers associated to it. First tier with $10 is a flat fee and $11 per unit after that. Next, we're going to want to customize our product configurator flow. Out of the box, our product configurator flow starts off just like this with just the one screen that already has a lot of pre-built functionality into that one screen. We're going to want to clone this flow and then it's going to be a separate version that will be only used for our usage product. So I'm going to switch over to this side, and this is a flow I've already created. All it's going and doing is checking to see if there's a consumption schedule already related to our quote line. If there is, it's going to totally bypass this whole long list of things. If there are not, then it's going to go ahead and grab the quote line item, grab the product consumption schedule, grab the rates, and then essentially copy those over onto our quote line item because we want a record to be stored there as we're going ahead and configuring it on the quote so that way eventually it will pass down to our order product. You can see here we have a screen where we're able to define the consumption rates, and then we can move on to the next screen that's already been pre-built as we saw on the screen prior in our basic product configurator flow. With the new version of our flow created, we are going to want to now define it as a product configuration flow. The way that we're going to do that is by creating a product configuration flow record, and in the flow identifier, you're just going to fill in the API name of that new version of the flow that we just created. In this related tab is where we're actually able to assign it out to products. You can either assign it individually to a product like we have here, or you can assign it to an entire product classification as opposed to going one by one for each product. But just for the purposes of today's video, we've just assigned that simple product in RLM. Now we are ready to go ahead and configure our quote. I've already got a quote set up for us here, and I've already added that simple product to this quote. I'm going to go ahead and hit the drop down, and I'm going to hit configure, and this is where we're going to see our data table pop up. All I'm going to do is just to reflect the change, I'm going to change this to 15 for the price, save it, and then hit next. And then this is the normal out-of-the-box configuration screen that we're going to have pop up here. Let's say I want to leave it at premium support, and I'll hit save and exit. Related, and I'm going to go to our related quote line item, and then I'm going to hit related. Then I'll scroll down, and you'll be able to see our newly created consumption schedule with our related consumption rates. If I click on the second one, we should see that reflected price of 15 when it was originally 11. Let's say we want to go ahead and create the order for this quote. We can go ahead and hit create order. We'll go to related. We can see our newly created order that should have our single order product on there. If I go and look at that order product and check out the related records to this, we should see our order product consumption schedule right here. That's coming from our quote line item consumption schedule. And again, we'll go to related. I'll go to that second rate and we should see that price of 15 here. We should also see the 2 usage summaries created as per the billing package functionality, and we are now ready to invoice for this usage. And that concludes today's walkthrough on consumption-based products utilizing the product configurator flow in revenue lifecycle management. Feel free to contact us at any of these links, and thank you so much for watching.